So வணக்கம் நண்பர்களே, today we start with then electrostatics. So from that electrostatic, that most important, then electric charge. Electric charge. Then how to define electric charge? So then electric charge is a fundamental properties of a matter in which responsible for electric attraction and repulsion. Okay. So then electric charge, it is a fundamental property. It is fundamental property of matter then responsible for electrical attraction and repulsion. Okay, then two types of charges, we know that's familiar one. Okay, what are the two types of charges? One is positive and another one is negative charge. Okay, so this is some definition about or basic idea about electric charge. Next, what are the fundamental properties of charge? Fundamental properties of charge. There is a three properties are most important. One is additive, then conservation of charge, and another one is a quantization of charge. So then first one, additive, then second one is a conservation of charge, then third one is a quantization of charge. So then what is meant by additive? That should be the total charge which is equal to the algebraic sum of individual charges. That is then total charge Q, then sum of the individual charges Q1, Q2, then Q3. Problem போடும்போது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். Okay, so next, conservation of charge, then charge can neither be created nor destroyed. That is the most important. Okay, then charge can neither be created nor destroyed. So then what is meant by a quantization of charge? Then charge exists only in discrete packets. Okay, there is a no continuous in charge. Okay, upon then quantization Q is equal to N E. What is the E? We know the value for who discovered this value, that is to be a milligram by oil drop experiment. Okay, here then N is equal to 0 or plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2. Here where E is the value for 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 Coulomb. Okay, so these are all the fundamental properties of charge. So எல்லாத்தையும் நம்ம இதை யூஸ் பண்ணோம். Okay, so next, what is the Coulomb's law? Okay, next Coulomb's law. So இதெல்லாமே basics தான். Okay, next we move on to topic wise. What is meant by Coulomb's law? The force between the 2 point charge, then F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. Okay, the force between the 2 point charges. Here Q1 and Q2 are charges. Okay, so here what is the distance R? R is the distance. Okay, so what is the value for epsilon naught? Then epsilon naught 8.854 into 10 power minus 12 Coulomb square Newton inverse meter square. Okay, then permittivity of free space. Okay, but in vacuum, then K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. This is the constant. Or how to find out here? 9 into 10 power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. Okay, so from that Coulomb's law, what are the important point? Then force is directly proportional to product of charge. That is Q1, Q2. Next, force is inversely proportional to 1 by r square distance. Okay, these are all the point you have to remember. Okay, so next thing, then electric field. So then electric field due to a charge Q, then is equal to F by Q. We know that the force from the Coulomb's law, then 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by r square. Then we have to substitute the F value, then we get F is equal to, after substituting, then we get 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, then Q by r square. What is the unit? Volt per meter or Newton per Coulomb. Okay, next one, how to write? Then electric potential. Then upcoming classes la we have to derive. So எப்படி வந்து இந்த value வந்ததுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு we have to derive one by one. Okay, just I have to give about introduction about the electric charge. Okay, so then electric potential. Then basic formula, then potential V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. What is the unit for electric potential? Volt. Okay, so next thing, then conductor versus insulator. Okay, conductors and insulator. So in conductors lab, then electrons, charges move freely. In that insulator, then charge cannot move freely. This is the first point. Then second point, then example, in conductor there should be a copper here, then example, then glass, etc. Okay, so what are all the methods of charging? Method of charging: by friction, by conduction, by induction. So in this way then charge can be produced. Okay, friction, conduction and induction. Okay, so then from that electric charge, what are the main point I have to remember? So then important points. So what is meant by a electron charge na என்னன்னு தெரியணும். So எல்லா இடத்தையும் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். Then E is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 Coulomb. Then second, permittivity of free space. So permittivity of free space, then epsilon is equal to 8.854 into 10 power minus 12 Coulomb square Newton inverse meter power square. Then third, what is the Coulomb constant? Coulomb constant, that is then K is equal to 9 into 10 power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. So these are all the important point. Then apart from that, then charge is a scalar quantity. So everything we have to know about that. Sometimes even those types of question may be asked. Okay, then what is the SI unit for electric charge? Coulomb. Then what is the dimension? 80. Then what is the charge of proton? Charge of proton is positive electron. Then charge of electron negative. Then neutron has no charge. Okay, so then Coulomb force is conservative, most important. Then it obeys inverse square law. Okay, so these are all the basic things you have to know about the topic electric charge. So then based upon the Coulomb force, then we have to derive one of the problems. Okay, so then problem. So then problem, we take 2-point charge. Then 2-point charges Q1, which is equal to then 2 into 10 power minus 6 Coulomb, and Q2 is equal to 3 into 10 power minus 6 Coulomb, are placed in 0.5 meter apart in vacuum. Then find force between them. Okay, so how to solve? First, what are all the given? So we have to use Coulomb's law. Okay, here we have to given that find the force between the two charges by using Coulomb law. Then K is equal to then force F is equal to K Q1 Q2 by R square. So what are all the things given? Given Q1 and Q2. Okay, then Q1 is equal to then 2 into 10 power minus 6 Coulomb. Then Q2, which is equal to 3 into 10 power minus 6 Coulomb. Then a distance are 0.5 meter. Okay, so we know that K value, that is Coulomb constant. What is the Coulomb constant? K, which is equal to 9 into 10 power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. So everything we have to write regarding to the formula. So first we have to multiply the charge Q1 and Q2. So above Q1, Q2. So what is the Q1? This is the Q1. About 2 into 10 power minus 6 into, then what is the Q2? 3 into 10 power minus 6. Then we have to multiply 2 into 3, 6, while a power we have to add, then 10 power minus 12. Okay. So this is the first step. Next we have to square the denominator, then r square. For r square, then what is the r value? 0.5. So 0.5 whole square panna, then we have to get 0.25. Okay, just everything we have to substitute in this formula. But then f is equal to, what is the k value? K is here 9 into 10 power 9 into Q1 and Q2 value is here 6 into 10 power minus 12 divided by r 0.25. Okay, then 6 divided by 0.25, then we have to get exactly 24 into 10 power minus 12. So 10 power minus 12 அப்படியே வச்சுக்கிட்டு then 6 divided by 0.25 போட்டிங்கன்னா then we have to get 6. Okay, so just after that then we have to multiply with this term. Okay, into 9 into 10 power 9. What is 24 into 9? And we have to get 216. 10 power minus 12 plus 10 power 9, then we have to get into 10 power minus 3. So finally then f is equal to, then we have to minus 10 power minus 3, then we have to 0.216 Newton. So this is the final answer for this question. Okay, so then remaining thing we discuss in the next classes. Okay, so